What's up, guys? That's the truck you guys haven't seen in a while. Short wide, got it up on the lift. Got the engine pulled out of it right now, the 6.2. If you guys remember last time I did this, I did not do it right. I reused the rod bearings when I went to gap the rings because it ate a ringling. And when I reused the rod bearings, I lost a lot of oil pressure. And we kind of did not expect it to last as long as it did. We rebuilt it in a night and put it back in, and it has handled 15 pounds like an absolute dream since. I kind of regret pulling it, but oh well, it needed it. And plus I got some new rings right here. I got a new custom grind cam, bigger turbo, VS Racing 85, triple fuel pumps, 252 bolt together converter, because the torque converter that is currently in my truck right now, the 480 single disc 245 millimeter, held great NA. I mean, it was awesome, but it does not hold that good when you got boost behind it. I got all the turbo kit, the fans, I got everything on the floor. The oil pan, I originally, when I did the turbo kit, I knocked out in one day so I can go to streetcar takeover. So I put my oil drain right here. And then when I pulled the motor, I found out I couldn't even get the oil pan bolt that goes to the timing cover out. So got that out. I'm gonna have my buddy fill that in and put a new one over here. And that ought to get rid of that problem, clean it up a little bit. The pistons still look good. I mean, they're a little dirty. I'll put them in some Kin Dip, clean them up, but they look great. Other than, you know, I need to do the rings. Those are factory rings I just gapped. Like to find some ARP rod bolts, but I have a good feeling I'll probably just reuse these ones, just to be honest with you guys. It's not the right way. You really ought to put new bearing stuff in it. I did put new main bearings in it though. Crank spins are really good, really freely, which could hurt or benefit us. And every one of the hate comments I'm about to get for the Fail Pro stuff, dude, you can warranty the stuff out and they have it in store. And these head gaskets handled, like I said, 15 pounds of boost. Never had a head gasket issue. It does have ARP bolts that have been reused twice, but I got a new set of those coming. So yeah, waiting on the rod bearings right now from my local dealership. Pretty clutch that they had them in stock. Crank still looks great. So gonna get those cleaned up, get new rod bearings in them, get the rings gapped. I think I'm gonna go 28-28. Originally, these are like 30-30, which are freaking huge. So it was a little bit too much, but I'd rather have more than not enough. You know what I mean? Now everybody will know when you don't have enough, but nobody will know when you have too much. It just ate oil really bad. But yeah, my heads still look great. BTR dual 660s, baby. But yeah, I got a Honda cylinders. Cylinders are, this thing had the most amount of piston slap I've ever seen. Get new rod bearings in it and get everything out back together. But yeah, I'll pick back up when I'm putting rod bearings in. Just now I got the GM bearings. I use GM because I have not had good luck with the O'Reilly stuff. So yeah, got some GM bearings now. So should be good to go here pretty soon. All right, so I'm actually getting the cylinders honed right now. I don't take the light. So you see there's, I've done that one, that one, that one, that one I have not done yet. But I mean, it had a lot of piston slap. Hopefully the new rings bite into that immediately, or I say immediately. Hopefully the new rings bite and get rid of most of that. But yeah, you kind of just spin it over the crank, put that journal as far as it'll go away, run your hone through there. Boom. Alrighty, so I started grinding down the rings to gap them, going 28-28. I was 30-30, but I felt like that was a little bit too much, but I got cylinder 8 done. I've already done 2, 4, 6, and 8. Got the pistons all cleaned up. So now I gotta hone 1, 3, 5, 7 and start gapping those rings. I'll catch you guys back when I start gapping those. Alrighty, so I just got all these honed. Cylinder 5 looking a little rough. That's the one that detonated a long time ago and ate the ringling, but oh well. So I got cylinder 1 right here. I got the top ring in it right now. What you want to do is you want to gap each ring to each cylinder. So you want to push it down in there with the piston. Make sure it looks even, close to even. Take a feeler gauge here. I got a 28 feeler gauge. And now you can tell that gap is nowhere near, like it needs to be ground down quite a bit. So got a good little ring filer here. We're about to grind it down. After a couple shots, going back and forth, I got it pretty much where you want it. You want it to have a little bit of resistance, but still move. So that right there is about 28. And then you'll see the side I grinded has like little burrs. You want to take yourself a hand file like that one and just smooth out the burrs. Don't go too nuts, but you just need to smooth around the corners on the flat sides. And make sure it don't score up your cylinder even worse than mine. And then come over, grab your bottom ring. Got two of them there. Rinse and repeat though. So, got my top ring here. My top ring don't have any indications on it. So, and it looks like it just goes on there one way, or it don't matter. But my bottom one has this lip. It's a little top rip right here on the top. And the piston ring also says top. I don't know if you can see it. It's written top right there. So you know that faces up. This is the bottom ring. So I got these ring pliers here. What you want to do is put them in the, you can do this by hand too, just gotta be careful. And you do not want the gaps to line up. So that gap's right there. You really want to try to go 90 away from it. So that's about 90-ish. There you go. You get that gap right there. There you gap right there. Okay, now I got the oil rings. You got the shredded one, and you got two little ones. One goes on top of the shredder, one goes on the bottom of the shredder. These ones are really flimsy though. These ones you can get on by hand pretty easy. But still, you don't want any of the marks to line up. So I'm gonna go 90 away from that. I mean, you guys see that? It literally went right on there. So then this one needs to go on top. Same groove, but like there's on the bottom or there's on top. That one needs to go right there. So make sure you 90 these away too. So there's that one. That's about 90. We'll put this one on the bottom first. There you go. There's one on the bottom. And we'll go about 90 away from that one too. So put this one up here on the top. This is bad demonstration. I'm doing fine off camera. Yeah, well you guys get the point. I'm gonna do this off camera. Literally took me 2 seconds off camera. So look, so as you can see, I got one on top of it and one on the bottom, and you got the two ones. Make sure none of the lines mark up. So there's my bottom ring line, there's my top ring line. See, I need to twist that top one a little bit. It's a little bit too close for me. The top oil ring. So there you go. Top oil ring's moved right there now, about 90. The straighter one is right here, way backwards. And then this one here. There you go. I'm gonna do the rest and I'll catch up to you guys after I start putting rods in. Okay, so now I'm trying to put the ARP rod bolts. I did buy some new rod bolts. I wasn't gonna use those, but why not? I bought some new ones. So you have to get the old 11 mils out, and they have that sleeve right there. That sleeve will stay in there if you just undo the bolt all the way. So I'm gonna show you guys what you have to do. It's pretty easy actually, it ain't bad. And I'll show you guys how to put the new bearings in that thing. Come on. So what you want to do is screw one side down, it's hand tight. If you look here, this one will come out, but it won't come out. It's gonna stay. So best thing I found out to do is just grab your pair of pliers. It may take a couple yanks. It's probably going to. Just grab it. And you'll see that that collar comes out with it. Best way I figured out how to do it. And then put you like one of your new bolts in, and then literally do the same thing the other side. Okay, so here's my old bearing. Literally, these things literally roll out. Put your fingers right here on this edge and push. Roll right out. Clean this off. Probably ought to brake clean it, but should be fine with my shirt. It's just gonna get a little back in it anyway. So get that, get your new bearing here. And you'll see this groove right there. It's only on one side. That groove right there goes in one of those two notches. You pick it. And some people say you gotta point towards the back of the motor. I think it's all shit. Push it in there. Boom. Same thing for the rod. The exact same thing. Roll out, line up the notches, put it in. Only the premium 5W30. About to start installing the pistons, so what you wanna do, because that's a lot. You just want a little bit, and then you want to take your hand and rub it all around the cylinder. You also want to lube up your piston. Just a little bit, a lot. Or a little bit goes a long ways. Frack. It was hard to film and do that, and plus you guys won't want to see that, but get your piston ring compressor all around there. Make sure all the rings are in. or else you'll have a gap right there, pretty big one. The dot right here always goes towards the front of the motor. Okay, so it's kind of janky to do, but yeah, you'll get it. Make sure you put a cymbal lube on there. I forgot to do that. I'm about to do that real fast. All right, I'm gonna try to video this too. Boom. In there, like swimwear, son. What? Then get your rod cap. Make sure you do not mix up your rod caps because they're broken rod caps. So you can see that's not flat surface. Man, I'm shaking like a damn stuck pig. Well, yeah, make sure you get them all matched up with each rod and get some assembly lube on there and just run them down hand tight right now. $40 foot-pounds does not seem that tight. Rinse and repeat on the rest of the 7. Me and Joe just knocked out the bottom end. Got the ARP bolts, fresh bearings. All that torque, baby. It spins over pretty easy, but he's just making it look hard. All right, so got my bottom end put together. Going in now is my comp custom grind from Foolproof Performance, John Bewley. It is custom ground for this motor, and we're about to see how she goes. Should be a good little cam. Getting new lifters in. MKP rolls up. Ready to work in brand new New Balance. My buddy got the oil drain welded on. Cleaned out the pan, it had a lot of aluminum in it, aluminum shavings, so clean that out. Roll it over, get that slapped on. Get the heads on this thing tonight, baby. Putting the heads on. Got to torque them down. We're on the last stage, 25, 50, 75. We're locked on 75. I'm gonna hand the phone over to MKP, let him video. Ooh. Damn. Always a 2-clicker kind of guy. Got a broken collarbone too. So we got the heads on there. Ended up getting the oil pan on there too. My buddy got that bung welded in, but got that one all capped off, all cleaned up, but hitting it with that fresh coat of purple, so it'll look decent. I still gotta do the oil pan, but yeah, after this, I'm still waiting on time chain cover gasket, water pump gaskets, and valve cover gaskets, so they're leaking really bad. But yeah, I think this is gonna go ahead and wrap up it. So it should be around 900 horsepower after I get my turbo and everything on there. Got my turbo right here. Got the VS Racing 85 107. I ordered injectors today. Got some fuel injector connections. But yeah, this should wrap it up. And the next couple videos you guys should see is either the truck running or some stuff in Mexico. So yeah, thank you guys for staying tuned. And I'm sorry it took so long, and I'm sure this video is really boring, but hey, people want longer videos, so here you go. Thank you guys. Peace out. Catch you next one.